Let's go through a quick yet detailed step-by-step demo of how to collect a credit card payment in the myServicePro mobile application. First thing you want is to make sure that you've added any invoice items that you want on your ticket. I've added 2 items here. After that, go to the invoice wrap-up screen and select the work order status that you want. So tap on the select status pull down and select whichever status you want. In this case, I'm going to select complete. After you've done that, you just want to choose bill now, yes or no. I'm going to say yes by sliding the bill now slider over to the right, and then select the tax scheme. So tap on select tax scheme and you'll choose whatever tax you want, even if that happens to be no tax. Next, notice that I could enter an amount collected at this point, but I want to show you what happens when you tap on card. So we're selecting card, we're tapping on card because we're going to collect a credit card payment. When you tap on card, it's going to see you haven't entered an amount, so it's just going to remind you you need an amount and say please enter collected amount. And tap on OK. Now I've entered that amount and I'll tap on card again. This brings me to the card payment screen. At the top of the screen it'll show the work order number, the customer, the site, and then the amount that I'm collecting. And at the very bottom of the screen, if the credit card reader is not already plugged into the mobile device, it's going to say please attach reader. So go ahead and physically plug the credit card swiper into the device, and at that point, if you haven't already given the application permission to use the device, so let's say it's the first time you're swiping a credit card and the first time you've plugged in the credit card device or the credit card swiper, you'll get this message. Just tap on OK, and then you'll see a little dial in the middle of the screen. At the very bottom it'll say connecting. Now occasionally the communication between the credit card swiper and the device might get disrupted for some reason. First thing, make sure that your headphone volume is all the way at the maximum. With the credit card swiper plugged into the device, press the up volume button on the device and just make sure it's all the way at the max, and just tap try again to try connecting again. Occasionally you may have to physically unplug the credit card swiper and plug it back in, but you shouldn't have to do that very often, but that may happen from time to time. Once you do connect, you'll see this, swipe card now. So all you have to do is swipe your credit card now, and you want to make sure your magnetic strip on the credit card is facing in the correct direction. There will be some kind of indicator on the credit card swiper to show which way the magnetic stripe should be facing. Go ahead and swipe the card, and then when you see this, swipe successful. Would you like to process this payment? Just say yes, and it's going to go ahead, process the payment. You'll get this payment successful notification saying the payment of the applicable amount has been processed successfully. And would you like to email a copy of the receipt? If you do, tap on yes. This brings you to the email payment receipt screen. If the customer's email address does not appear in the to field by default, you can go ahead and type that in. Let's say the customer wants you to send the email to another email address as well. You can do that. Just make sure you separate the email addresses with either a comma or a semicolon. You may have a CC address in there by default if you've defined one on the back end. And then when you're ready to send, just tap on the paper airplane icon in the upper right hand corner. You'll get a notification that the email has been sent. Tap on OK, and now you're brought back to the invoice wrap-up screen. We've successfully collected a credit card payment for $70. At this point it's just a matter of wrapping things up. Get the customer name and signature, so we'll go ahead and do that. And if you want to email a copy of the invoice, tap the paper airplane icon in the upper right, go through that. And when you're ready to finish and close out, tap the check mark in the upper right hand corner. If you're sure you're finished, tap yes, and you're all finished. So what we've done here is successfully collected a credit card payment and finished out the assignment. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions, feel free to use our live chat at the myserviceforce.com Business Center at www.myserviceforce.com, or email us at support@myserviceforce.com.